It's day 124 of the project, and today I'm talking about the latest 2021 addition to the Invictus line of men's designer fragrances by PACO RABANNE. This one is Invictus Victory, and to find out all you need to know about this one and whether it's worth picking up or not, stay tuned to Mag's Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mag's Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 124 of my Fragrance 365 project, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. So today's featured scent is Invictus Victory, which is the latest addition to the Invictus line, and it came out earlier this year in 2021. I was really excited to try this one before it was released, and it even featured in a preview video that I did way back at the start of 2021, but I just never got round to picking it up to review it until now, so I'm pretty late to the party with when it comes to this one. The original Invictus, this one here, that was launched way back in 2013, and it's one that I absolutely loved when it first came out, but since then it's become a bit of a fragrance that reviewers love to bash and throw a little bit of shade on, but I don't care what anyone says. It still smells absolutely fantastic in my opinion, even if it has been copied 1,000 times now and it's been worn, well overworn by the masses. But then came two more flankers in 2016. We saw the Aqua 2016 and the Intense versions battle it out on the shelves, but the Aqua eventually was discontinued for some strange reason and now goes for a king's ransom on all the auction sites. But most of you will know all that anyway, unless you're just getting into collecting your fragrances, which I know some of you watching this video will be. In 2018 we got a new version of the Aqua, which was fairly similar to the 2016 version, but just not quite as good in my opinion. And then we saw the release of Legend in 2019 that I also wasn't particularly impressed with. Then late last year, when I saw a picture of this one for the very first time, something just told me that this was going to be a bit special and a bit of a winner. But then maybe the clue was in the name for starters, being called Victory. I picked up this 100ml bottle size from the ESSENTUAL website for, I got a 20% discount with it, and I also used some of my bonus points. I had about £7 worth of bonus points, so I ended up getting this 100ml bottle size for under £50, so I don't think I got too bad a deal on this one, so hopefully it's well worth it. Yeah, so into the presentation, and my first impressions on this one are really good, and already the box I think is the best looking in the line, which is a mixture of matte and gloss black, and it features metallic silver and gold detailing. On the front is the fragrance name, which is incorporated into the familiar winged Invictus logo, and underneath we have the PACO RABANNE brand name, and the size and the concentration. On the top there's a PACO RABANNE, little PACO RABANNE there, tiny little PACO RABANNE motif. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that one up, but yeah, there is a tiny little motif on the top. And then at the bottom we've got the usual product information. We've got the barcode, and then we've got the batch code on there, which is 12171. Yeah, the bottle design is an all black finish. You've got like an opaque black bottle, and then you've got this metallic gold V on the front, and it comes in the usual trophy style shape with the sprayer on the top, which I think sprays really well. And again, I think it's the best looking bottle in the line, even though my pet hate is when you can't see the levels of the juice, unless, but you can actually just see, if you hold it up to the light, you've just got like a little bit where you can maybe see how much juice you've got left in the bottle. But that is one of my pet hates, but I really do like how this bottle looks and how it's presented. The top notes in this one are pink pepper and lemon. In the mid there's lavender and olibanum, and in the base there's amber, vanilla and tonka bean. So from the initial spray, it's pretty obvious that this goes off in a totally different direction to the original Invictus, and I'd say it's night and day in fact. This is way more sweet, and it doesn't have any of that bright minty freshness that you find in the original. And for me, for the first half an hour or so, it kind of reminds me of a hybrid between 1 million and Pure Excess. It's got the 1 million sweetness, but it's also got a resinous quality coming from the RABANNE, similar to what you get from the myrrh note that's in Pure Excess, only it's way less pronounced. This one often gets referred to as having like a Coca-Cola or a root beer type smell, which to be honest I find a touch, it gets a bit annoying after a while. But although I can pick up on some of the similarities in this new Invictus flanker, I think it's much easier to live with and more likeable in my opinion than the Pure Excess. And after the first half an hour or so, the resemblance kind of fades and this one then starts to take on a different character. And as it dries down, you get lots of the vanilla coming through and a bit of lavender, and you get a really nice powdery sweetness that I think is then becomes very similar to what you find in Armani Code Absolute, although maybe not quite as sweet and vanilla heavy as this one. You also get a bit of like a chocolatey accord in the far dry down when all the sweet base notes have come through, and it becomes a really pleasant, warm and comforting scent that's, I would say, quite addictive, and it just makes you want to keep either going in or just catching a waft of it. I don't think this is a fragrance that's going to wow your hardcore frag heads out there, and I can't see anyone selling their bottle of Killian's Black Phantom in favour of buying a bottle of this. But in terms of a high street designer fragrance, I think it's a really strong release and a likeable scent that most people are going to enjoy. Yeah, this is not so sweet that I'd only recommend it for cold weather wear. I think you could get away with wearing this for most of the year, both during the day or as an evening scent. It'd be perfect as a date night fragrance, and if you did decide to wear it as a work scent during the day, I don't think you'd be choking people out or annoying people like you would do maybe with 1 million or the Pure Excess. I think it's probably best suited to younger guys in their early to mid-20s, but having said that, I think it's the most grown-up smelling scent in the Invictus line, so I suppose you could get away with wearing it even if you are burning a few extra candles like me. The performance on this, I would say, is very good, but I don't think it projects off the skin as well as the original for the first hour, simply due to the nature of the notes being a little bit darker and a bit more sweet. The longevity is very, very good, and you'll still be catching wafts of this well into the 8-hour mark. It's also really long lasting on material, so you'll be able to smell it really strongly on your clothes the day after you've worn this. So in terms of projection, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 hours of strong projection, and it becomes a bit more of a skin scent, but it will stay on you for, I would say, maybe 12 to 14 hours. Yeah, I'd say this is a really big improvement on the last few Invictus releases, and it's one that I really enjoy and I'm looking forward to wearing more often in the near future. However, whilst I was testing this, I kind of asked myself a question that was, if I could have my memory completely erased and I could smell the original Invictus DNA once again for the very first time, and it was on the shelf side by side with this one, which one would I take to the cash desk? And I'm pretty sure that I'd still pick the original if it was based solely on how they smell. But unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of that superpower, and I do have to concede that the original now has probably had its day, and it's probably time to make way for a new and more modern and reimagined version. So for that reason, I'd say this is the safest and the best choice for any young guys out there now looking to pick up their first PACO RABANNE fragrance, or one just to add to a small collection. But if you already own fragrances from the Armani Code collection or the likes of 1 Million or Pure Excess, you might not be as excited about this one, so I'd recommend you try it before you just go ahead and blind buy it. But on the whole, I'd give this one a nice solid 8 out of 10. So that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. In the next episode, I'm going to be paying tribute to one that's rumoured to have been recently discontinued. So I'll be letting you know where it's still available to buy, and more importantly, whether it's still worth buying. So don't forget to look out for that one over the next coming couple of days. And as always, guys, if you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. It's always great to hear your thoughts and your opinions and your critiques and all of the fragrances that feature in this 365 project. So please keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into this episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.